And that is all leading up to a rematch of what was a very exciting fight a few months back. Josh Warrington taking on Mauricio Lara. Lara hoping to repeat his knockout victory performance. Um, I'll tell you what, Andy. Uh, Lara could punch. He's got more than one punch that can hurt you, and Warrington has a hell of a lot to prove if he's to move forward into a featherweight division that seems to be just deepening as time goes on.
Yeah, I never forget that fight. I saw we did this as part of the live commentary, and Warrington he got caught, and it says Lara, I remember following up with something like 5 or 6 kind of straight left hooks, and that Josh is going to be absolutely on point for this fight. He's got to be boxing on that jab, got to be moving, use the legs, use every inch of the ring that he can do, and then Grapov, he's got to make it dirty on the inside, and that he doesn't want to be taking any shots in the type of fight. That this guy looks like he's powered legit, and to be honest with you, if he doesn't win this fight, and at his age, and that it's a long road back, and that it's going to be. So I'm not sure if this is some sort of eliminator, any belts are on the line or whatever. But I dare say Eddie's got something kind of cooked up for it. But look, he's just got to do the business. He's just got to win. Doesn't matter how he does it. He's just got to. I'm talking about Warrington here. Sorry, he's just got to win. Doesn't matter how he does it. Doesn't matter if he gets dropped or whatever. That he's got to get up and just do it. He's in his front. He's got the crowd back with him. He might give him a wee extra boost in that as well. It's outside. Should be a good, a good atmosphere. So I just kind of worry though if he does get clipped, what does he do? Because I say he just had no answers. They really did in that last fight. Really, it was probably one of the upsets of the year actually, to be honest with you. But he's got to do the business. It's a tough one. I don't know how it's going to go, to be honest with you. So I picked him the last time win on points, and he got upset obviously in that, but it's lightning strike twice. I don't know. I really don't know at this point, mate. I'm still on the fence with this one. I can see him with having the crowd behind him in the stadium, being at home. It might give him that wee bit extra in that, especially if he's hurt or if he's toiling at some point. It will maybe give him a wee boost. But it's just that power, and Warrington's not got that game changing power as well to kind of like turn the fight on its head if he's really in trouble. It's a tough one for me actually. I'm saying I want to say a distance fight, but I just wonder if Lara's just has got that extra gear in him, or if he can maybe kind of take him out later. I don't know, mate. I'm going to go with Lara this time. I'll say Lara does it on points. I think Warrington's probably learnt enough for the first fight to say that I know what I've got to do. But I don't know if he can have enough. I don't know if he'll have enough really to kind of basically kind of put a dent in Lara to kind of like he need to basically outbox him. I think really convincingly. I just think Lara can maybe catch up with him at some point, drop him a few times, and maybe see the fight on on the cards. We'll wait and see. But I'm kind of 50-50 with this fight at the minute.
It is interesting, but Rob, I just when I look at it, I think that Lara has Warrington's number, and Warrington might have. He had some good wins, but he might have been building himself off declining fighters and domestic foes.
Yeah, I think I don't want to diminish any of Warrington's achievements because he's done it the hard way. He's taken his opportunities when they come there. He's had some fucking massive nights in his career, and he deserves it. All-round nice guy. But I've always said there's a bit of burnout associated with his style, and I don't know if he had an off night that night, if that's disrespectful to Lara. There was a lot of fucking, he's had to dump the belt and things of that nature. So, he's had things kind of go against him outside the ring. Maybe that culminated in that performance, but I don't want to be disrespectful to Lara, and I think Lara's come out and said that he has no respect for Warrington now because he just expects that he has to kind of, from his point of view, he gets the feeling that Warrington expects he just has to turn up to win the fight. And I don't know if it's either going to go one or two ways. I think Lara's going to go out and do the exact same as he did the last time, or Warrington's going to put it right and have an emphatic win. So I'm kind of torn at the moment. I have to kind of watch it, I think, for a round or two before I finally make my mind up which way it's going to go. But at the moment, I'm leaning towards Warrington.
Man, that's interesting. That's interesting. I myself, I think Lara's got it. As I've said, Steve, you're normally in the hot seat this week. You get last word on the marquee fight of the week.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I'm kind of leaning towards Lara as well, and I think it is an intriguing fight. Warrington, you can say, oh, has he learnt the lessons from the first fight? I think absolutely he's learnt the lessons, but that doesn't mean he's necessarily going to be able to implement the game plan. I think he's going to come out, be defensive, try and get fast bursts off, and get out of there. And then whenever Lara comes in with his big bombs, try and hold and clinch. I think the game plan will be there, the strategy will be there. But whether he can implement it is a different thing. Lara's going to catch him at some point, and he's shown in the past that he can hurt him. So I'm kind of leaning towards Lara. I think this is a huge banana skin, and I don't know whether it's down to Eddie, which we like to blame regularly, Warrington's team, Warrington himself, but the whole thing just seems to be a bit of a fuck up. I know they couldn't unify with Kanzu, but given what Lee Wood's done to Kanzu, given all the fights that were on the table, Warrington leaving Frank Warren after those massive wins over Lee Selby, Carl Frampton and Kid Galahad, he was riding the crest of a wave, and he's gone over to Eddie, and I'm not saying it's his fault, and all of a sudden he's been presented with this completely unknown Mexican puncher, and he's one fight away from being on Skid Row, as the Porkster would say. It just seems like a massive fuck up or oversight from everybody. This is a guy who they're talking about taking the Leeds fans to Las Vegas. He was about to have he was on the cusp of these big fights. He should have had these big fights. He deserved them. As Rob said, he's took every opportunity up to this point. And all of a sudden, this unheralded Mexican puncher's put in front of him with no title on the line. And it's all gone to shit. Where did it all go so wrong so quickly? This could be the end of him. And hyperbolically speaking, on Saturday evening, where's he going to go if he loses to Lara again by knockout? I fear for him. And I think it's a shame that he didn't get those big fights. And like I said, who's to blame? People can make their own mind up on that. But this is a bit of a doomsday prophecy for me. I think he's right up against it. If he wins, fair play. But Lara's going to punch 10 bells out of him either way. And whether Warrington's going to come out the ring the winner or the same fighter as he was before remains to be seen. So, yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah, we're split on the panel, so that goes to show you that that is an intriguing rematch coming up this Saturday.